Y'all get ready, y'all get ready, y'all get ready.
better be joking. You better be joking. You better be joking.
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now.
You better be joking. You better be joking. You better be joking.
No, I am not joking. What is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona and one half of the What's Up PlayStation podcast crew every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. And yes, oh yes. Yo, if you guys missed this Saturday's episode, go check that out, man. It was a really good episode, me and Barry, man. A lot of good talks. We were just, we talked about the state of play that happened last week and, the games we were interested in and whatnot. And lo and behold, we got another state of play on the way. Oh, shit.
You better be joking.
I ain't joking, baby. We got another state of play on the way this Thursday at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. We got a Hogwarts Legacy dedicated state of play with 20 minutes plus of gameplay and news related to Hogwarts Legacy.
You better be joking.
I ain't joking, baby. I ain't joking. Let's go, man. Listen, PlayStation is on fire. You hear what I say? PlayStation is on fire, man. PlayStation is on fire. But I appreciate y'all being here today, man. Happy Monday. I hope everybody's happy, healthy, and safe. All that good stuff, man. Y'all know how it is. It's Monday. The usual things here on a Monday. What is up with the chat? Hold up. Let's get this chat in order, man. I don't know why I do that too, man. Like I don't know, like what be going on with that. Let's get the chat in order. Paste. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. Yeah, I don't know why it does that. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird, but it's all good. The show must go on. So let's shout out everybody in the chat real quick, man, before we get into what we're going to get into today. Couple cool things we're going to talk about. Yo, Quanvo in the building. Quanvo, what is good, bro? Appreciate you. Game Spy, what's good? Appreciate you, bro. Ake the Hero, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Upper Room, AK, what's good? Upper Room, appreciate you. This state of play is dead in the water as I hear it. That's funny. Yo, Corey Macy in the building. Corey, always appreciate you coming through, bro. Sir Dre the Great in the building. Hey, man, Dre, you know what they say?
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now.
That's what they say, so we'll see. Yo, Carl Anchor, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. J Doggy, how you feeling today? SIE, what's going on with your SIE? Yo, Jesus Morales, what's good, man? What do you say? They all under Microsoft payroll. Crazy, right? Yo, 4-star General, how you feeling today, man? Appreciate you. Ice Queen Gaming in the building. Ice Queen, how you feeling today, man? Always appreciate you. Yo, Lorenzo Carson in the building. Lorenzo, how you feeling today, man? How you feeling today? Who else is here, man? Yo, Slink, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Viper Reap in the building. Viper with those membership emotes. Shout out to you, Viper. She's throwing out the membership emotes. Hey, man, listen, if y'all want to be a member on the channel, man, click the link in the description and go on and become a member of the channel. It's always appreciated. Yo, the Iron Panther in the building. Yo, Iron Panther, how you feeling today, bro? Leech 1399, how you feeling today, sir? Appreciate you. Yo, Star Guardian 88, Star Guardian, how you feeling today, sir? Kelvin Smith in the building. Kelvin, how you feeling today, sir? He says, these streams while I'm at work are lifesavers. Hey, man, I'm glad I could get you through your work day, Kelvin. Y'all, for those that's working, you might be driving. Some of y'all might be driving home from work. You might be driving to work. You might be taking a shower. You might be cooking. You might be, chilling with the family. You want to have When Persona Speaks on the big screen and make it a whole family event. Hell, you might be having the maritals. I don't know. I just appreciate y'all tuning in. If I could get you through whatever sessions you got going on, I appreciate it. So shout out to y'all. Yo, Rob Van Goddamn, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Henry Heck in the building. Henry, what's good, bro? Is it just you today, man? Shout out to Henry. Shout out to Lil Mama. Shout out to the missus. I don't know if the whole family watching or if it's just Henry. Shout out to everybody that's in the house that can hear me coming through Henry's TV or through his phone right now. Shout out to all of you. Appreciate you. Yo, Cloud Strife in the building. Yo, Cloud, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Omar, what is good? Omar, appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you always, always. Yo, Stardust, a zero in the building. Stardust, how you feeling today, bro? Appreciate you. Yo, Side Effect Gaming, what's good, bro? Black Frost, what's good with you, bro? Jeff B Gaming, what is good? Talk on his BS persona. You already know yo, it's gonna be a good show. Yo, Carl Anchor, he says, oh shit, persona is gonna speak on it. Absolutely, talk my brother. No doubt, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody here. DZ Digital was good. The Turncoat was good. Portal Forever, what's going on with you? Yo, Upchuck Gaming in the building. Upchuck, what is good with you? Uppercase J in the building. Jamil, how you feeling today? Philip K in the building. Shout out to you. Eric the Beard, what's good? Eric the Beard, appreciate you, sir. Shout out to Blue Mustang as well, man. 12 months, 1 year on a channel. He been 1 year since he's been a member on the channel. Yo, Blue Mustang, you know I always appreciate you, bro. Round of applause for everybody in the chat. Round of applause, man. Round of applause, man. Listen, I appreciate all of you, the members, the subscribers, the lurkers, the people that just want to listen because they want to know what I'm saying but don't want to support the channel. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Listen, I appreciate y'all, man, coming through, man, rocking out with me here on the channel. Also, man, if you guys missed my review of Babylon's Fall, definitely check that out. That's on the channel as well. I think I told y'all last week, man, it's time for gamers to be a part of the solution and not the problem, right? So, you know, I'm about to start putting more reviews, out there and whatnot on different games and stuff that I play and complete, you know, more impressions and reviews, you know. That's something I want to start doing more and start getting that stuff out there on the channel and out into the world. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, I made that decision. I'm like, you know what, man, it's time to be a part of the solution. So, that's going to be happening. Yo, INIXSIV, what's good? In Civ, what's good? We're gonna call you Civ. Civ, what's going on, man? The Juan, what's good? He says, yo, listening from work, how long this podcast gonna be? I don't know, man. It'll be a however long, you know, I might catch the holy, you know, I might catch the spirit. You feel me? And that podcast might be, you know, might be a long one. Pause. We don't know. You gotta start doing more reviews. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna Corey, I'm definitely gonna start doing more reviews and whatnot, and more impressions, videos, and all that stuff. Yo, Soapbox Gaming, Connor, how you feeling today, man? I hope everything's good with you, Connor. I hope you're happy, healthy, and safe. Upper Room says, y'all gotta at least put up a like if you heard your name just now. Oh, yeah. Appreciate that, Upper Room. Appreciate that. Get on the Sticks. What's good? Shout out to Get on the Sticks. Appreciate you. Yo, Sticks, they trying to get you out the paint, man. I seen that quote tweet. Man's trying to get you up out of here, man. Kind of crazy. They don't want the truth. Well, we all know what the truth is when it comes to the industry.
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now.
Imagine you sit down, right? So imagine you get on. So imagine for the fellas, or even the ladies, it don't even matter. Whoever's here. So imagine you on Tinder, you know, you match up with somebody, you know, that person's a gamer, right? So y'all decide to meet up and, you know, go to a restaurant or whatever. Y'all having dinner, y'all talking about, you know, y'all favorite games and, you know, the shit that you love or whatever, right? So imagine, you know, you bring up PlayStation, but yeah, you know, I think PlayStation, you know, they killing it right now. PlayStation got a lot of great things. You know, PlayStation definitely doing their thing. You feel me? Right? And then Shorty, she look you dead in the face and she be like,
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now.
Right? So then y'all start talking about the state of play. Or y'all start talking about whatever, start talking about state of plays and how, you know, PlayStation's got the third-party deals and all this other shit. And imagine she just be like,
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now, comparatively probably to what Game Pass and Xbox exclusives will offer me. That between like the Hogwarts Legacy game.
Huh? Well, hold on, baby. Hogwarts Legacy not exclusive to Xbox? What you talking about?
Stop it. Get some help.
Yo, let me chill. Yo, but listen, if Shorty said that, yo, I'm gonna have to get up from the table and walk away. You don't think PlayStation got enough exclusives right now? What you talking about? PlayStation out here killing it. What are you talking about? You feel me? No, we can't do that. What are you talking about, Shorty? Hey, yo, who else is here, man? Yo, it's me, baby. What's good, man? Yo, James Williams, what's good? Mr. Flash, what's good, bro? Jamar, what's good, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody here. Hey, man, listen, Shorty, you gotta hit her with the.
You better be joking.
Listen, Shorty, I hope you joking. I hope you just playing around right now. You understand? I thought we had a connection. You feel me? We both gamers. We both love gaming. Hey, you talking kind of crazy. Talk about PlayStation don't got no exclusives right now. You see the first 3 months of 2022? Are you good?
Stop it. Get some help.
I'm sorry, baby. We can't take this relationship no further. We cannot take this relationship no further. You toxic. Yo, Fox, was good, bro? Did I give a round of applause to everybody in the chat? You know what? Another round of applause for everybody in the chat. Yo, Strick, what's good, bro? Appreciate you. Walter, Mooch. What's good, man? GN, Adon, what's good? Who bay that was? Oh no, that's Euphoria.
You better be joking.
That's Euphoria. That's when they was in the bathroom, and I forgot girl name. Her real name is Sydney Sweeney. She looked like some country music. She was dressed up hella crazy, and her friend was like, "You better be joking."
You better be joking.
So I was like, "Yo, let me add that to the soundboard. That shit kind of funny. That'll definitely like work in a lot of situations, especially tonight." All right. So there's 3 things I want to touch on tonight. 3 things, right? I want to touch on like developers leaving studios, right? But more specifically, like big top when, regardless of how you spin it, when big wigs, like when leaders of like teams leave studios or leave like a company, it's a much bigger thing. It's kind of like how like when Sean Lanning left, when Sean Lanning was no longer with PlayStation, that's a big deal, right? When you got the heads of companies or the leaders of big teams, you know, like someone like a game director leaving, the Initiative, that's big. And you know, that call, especially with like the Initiative, quite a few people have left. They reached out to Crystal Dynamics for support on building up their first game. It's a lot of spooky things. I kind of want to talk about that, right, a little bit. Then we're going to talk about this Michael Pachter situation. And I'm kind of going to tackle that in a much broader sense. I don't want to just home in on Michael Pachter's thoughts or his statement because, you know, I said it on WUPS this Saturday. That shit sounded stupid as fuck. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It didn't make no sense. Just because it was very broad, right? It was really, there wasn't, yo, Cooper Clips, what's good, bro? There wasn't really any, yo, Upper Room, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. Subbing to the channel, man. Appreciate you. Damn. Yo, 4-star general. Appreciate you subbing to the channel. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. You know, definitely gonna touch on Michael Pachter's statements and whatnot, but I also want to tackle that from a broader sense because, you know, something that we've been seeing in the industry a lot lately is a lot of people getting on PlayStation. A lot of people getting on PlayStation. And it's kind of weird. to a degree, because it's like, especially when you look at how good PlayStation is doing right now. It's weird, like it's even like when they're doing good, you still see people with like the low shots and the low blows. And listen, these are people that are above the console war, people who, are in the industry, like well-connected people, and it's crazy, right? So we're gonna talk about that. And then, we can touch on real quick, and I kind of want to I should have done a ladies night, and I actually think I'm still going to do a ladies night episode again and get some of the ladies out here in the community on the show again. Touch on the G4 shit that's been circulating yesterday. I seen it yesterday. So, definitely want to touch on that and talk about that. But I'm probably going to talk about that again a different time, because a ladies night episode 2 of ladies night is definitely coming, and get some of the cool ladies out here back on the show, for sure. That'll probably happen and later this week or probably next week. We'll see. But all right, so let's talk about let's talk about this whole Xbox thing, right? When it comes to the initiative, right, this is definitely one of those studios where I'm a little bit like, I get like, I definitely understand getting a studio off the ground is definitely not an easy thing, right? And it's definitely something that, takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. You got to hire talent, you got to get talent, all this other stuff. Absolutely. But one of the things that I often see people overlook when it comes to Microsoft, like, oftentimes people are always like, oh yeah, Microsoft got all the money. Microsoft, they got the big dollars. They could spend 80 billion, 70 billion. They spent over 100 billion on acquisitions and, all this other stuff. And that's great. That's cool. Microsoft most definitely got the bread. They definitely got the money, right? I don't think anyone with eyes can see that Microsoft has money, and anyone with eyes can see that Microsoft definitely knows how to swing that checkbook around. What I think a lot of people tend to neglect when it comes to Microsoft is their ability to manage studios to properly manage studios that they have. And people like to say, oh, well, I thought people wanted Microsoft to be hands off and not have to be in the, and I'm like, look, Microsoft doesn't need to be in the fucking, in the conference room, in the meetings during concept, and talking about the concept of the next game or whatever. I'm not saying that they need to be a part of all of that or even stick their nose in those type of areas. For me personally, I'm coming at it and looking at it from a perspective of Microsoft has about 45 studios right now. They got a lot under their belt. We have yet to see the fruit and the fruits of the acquisitions from 2017, 2018, right? Because people will say, oh, well, Outer Worlds and all this other shit and Bleeding Edge. And I'm like, listen, Outer Worlds was something that was going to release if Microsoft bought them or not, right? So that doesn't count. Bleeding Edge, people are touting that as a passion project. Nah. I'm sorry, bro. Like, just no. It just doesn't work like that, right? Bleeding Edge had a lot of issues, but the initiative, when they first announced the initiative way back when, I think it was like 2017, 2018. I forgot what year that was at E3 where they announced all of those like really big, all of those acquisitions of all those studios, but also announced their new their new studio. This was supposed to be a quadruple A studio, right? Like 4 A's, right? So when they first announced that, there was definitely a lot of buzz around that. Like, yo, this is gonna be huge, quadruple A. They dumping all this money into it, and then they kind of went quiet. Then I think it was either last year or the year before, we got confirmation that, the initiative was working on Perfect Dark. Then we got confirmation that initiative was enlisting the help from Crystal Dynamics to help co-develop the game. Kind of strange that, an outside developer that's outside their repertoire of games, or excuse me, their repertoire of studios is helping. Yo, Adrian Pena, what's good? Who else? Yo, John Donut, Sinister, Terry. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Appreciate y'all. It was kind of strange. And see, and that's the one thing, like, yo, I give PlayStation props on, is that, you know, PlayStation has like their studios, that their main studios that, you know, build games or whatever. But then PlayStation also has their backup studios and like the backbone, the ones that keep them propped up. So like Nixxes, XDev, PlayStation Malaysia, which Malaysia, I think the Malaysia studio is actually making their own game now. There's another one. I forget the other one. It'll come back to me. It'll come back. But PlayStation also had, you know, PlayStation has their main studios, but they also have their support studios in-house, and everyone is on the same. Oh, Mateo, thank you. Mateo, VASG, thank you, Samuel, appreciate you. Shout out to you. The Mateo Studio, VASG. You know, PlayStation has their repertoire of support studios in-house that understands the PlayStation vision, understands the quality that is supposed to be there when it comes to PlayStation, and everyone works hand in hand and in tandem to get the product out and get things done. This is why, you know, when it comes to, you know, and I'm not trying to make this a an Elden Ring versus Horizon type of ordeal, but this is why, you know, when you look at open world games, Horizon looks the way it looks. You know, there's super high quality, you know, very, very high quality in terms of open world building and stuff like that. You know, the character models, even down to like just random NPCs walking down the road, and stuff like that. Everything looks and plays phenomenally. You get what I'm saying? So when you look at something like what Microsoft is doing, where they have like they're reaching out to Crystal Dynamics and all this other stuff, it seems off to me, because I'm like, yo, you've got all this money and you've got all this these studios and whatnot. Maybe it's time to start shifting things around and really start building up excuse me. Maybe it's time to shift around and start really building up a high quality, you know, your own in-house. And listen, Microsoft might already have that, but it's clear that they need that in abundance, right? Like there needs to be, in my opinion, an entire publisher or entire like division of just straight up people who are like the support studios that can get these games out at higher quality and support the studios and making sure that they're able to, you know, work at a much higher level or much faster and much higher or much more efficient pace so that these games can get out. Because, you know, one of the things that's really strange to me is that, you know, all these people that have been leaving, and listen, this is a game director, the game director for the game director, damn, the studio just left my mind, Jesus. The Initiative, sorry, the game director for The Initiative, yo, Jay Gamer, what's good, bro? The game director for Initiative left, and then I remember Drew Murray, who was was he the creative writer? Hold up, let me see. Drew Murray, Drew Murray, I forgot what he was. Principal designer. So he was principal designer at Insomniac. So I'm gonna assume he was like the lead designer or whatever. He was something big at the Initiative. Let me see. Drew Initiative. I forgot what he was, man. I forgot what he was. Okay, yeah, so he was lead designer. Okay. So he's lead designer. And he left. Yeah, he was design. Yeah, so he was the design director. And he left. And that was last year. And then this year, we have the game director leaving. When is it time to really start questioning what's going on? Because it's not even just that for me. It's the fact that, you know, when you look at what Microsoft has produced or lack thereof, and the state that some of their games have been releasing, and, you know, minus Forza Forza Horizon, which, you know, Forza Horizon is in a pretty, you know, Forza Horizon released pretty good. But then you look at like Halo Infinite, and then, you know, the large lull between game releases and announcements and all this stuff. Like, yo, we're 3 months into this year, and we really haven't seen anything from Microsoft. We haven't really seen any type of news, any type of hint, nothing, right? And when you look at like PlayStation and Nintendo, they've got their year. It seems like they have their year planned out. Oh yeah, the guy that made Deathloop, he left last year. Like, a lot of these people are leaving, and so in my mind, I'm looking at it like, yo, what is going on behind the scenes at Playground founder? Thank you, Carl. What is going on behind the scenes that you have the people at the top leaving? Because, you know, listen, although the developers and everybody, they're what make the train truly go. The directors and founders and CEOs and all that, they are who guide that train, right? The developers and you know, when it comes to like a workforce, the workers are the people that make the train go. They're the engine, they're the wheels, they're the housing of the train, they're the seats, they're all that shit, right? But then when it comes to steering the train, a CEO and director, so directors, so think of it this way: managers, supervisors, directors, things like that, they're the tracks that the train go on. So if the train is the engine, the wheels, and all that stuff, the directors and the directors and the supervisors, stuff like that, they're the tracks that the train go on. The CEO and heads of companies and all that, they're the conductor. They're the ones that control how the train goes. You know, and how fast, how slow, and how this and how that. That's how it is. And when I look at Microsoft and their train, it looks to be missing quite a few pieces. You know, it looks to not be like, for those that live in New York, you ever like be waiting for the train, and like the train coming in like 5 minutes, but you be standing there for like 35 minutes and be like, yo man, what's up with this train? And the train's stuck in the tracks because there's traffic, or one of the switches don't work, or, you know, the switch taking too long, or this other train was late, so they gotta wait, and all this bullshit, right? Like, that's how I'm looking at it right now when it comes to Microsoft, when their lack of providing us any type of information about games, right? Your Logic Worlds, what's good? Unknown, what's up? Everyone loves to boast about, everyone right now is boasting about Microsoft and their acquisitions, right? And listen, these are historic acquisitions. Definitely, you know, boast. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, you do what you do, right? But no one is, while everyone is boasting, you know, honeymoon phase and all that, we getting out of that. You get what I'm saying? Now it's back to reality, where it's like, okay, but what about the games and everything that's coming? Stalker 2 got pushed out to December, right? Starfield, we already knew that was coming out November this year, even though we still haven't seen or heard anything about this. We still know next to nothing about the game. When it comes to everything else, literally everything else, there's nothing really there of note to be like, yo, this is dope, this is crazy. And the argument of, oh, it's the first 3 months of the year, or oh yeah, Halo this, Halo that, Halo is dead, man. Ain't nobody playing the game. The numbers are on a steady decline, right? So you really can't use that as a viable example, because even for the people who use that, Halo came out in December. We now are in March, and for a lot of these people that use that Halo this, Halo that, they still haven't even completed the campaign. The campaign completion is at 10%. The online player base is dropped significantly. What's going on? Yo, Fatal, what's up? Yo, Killer Cam, what up? Yo, Forgetful Gamer, what's good? JFK, what's good? Like, it's significantly dropped. And there's nothing else on the horizon. Now, listen, are there things in the pipeline? Absolutely. I definitely think there are. But the fact that players are in the dark for this long, players are in the dark. don't know nothing. And people are leaving. This is the things that I'm worried about when it comes to Microsoft and these types of acquisitions that they make, right? It's like, yo, management or how you manage these studios is very important, because and how you keep these studios like on the right path and keep them proper. Because I mean, look at Rare. Rare had Everwild. They didn't, when they were showing Everwild, they couldn't even tell you what the game was. They couldn't even explain to you what the game was. Shu, Jim Ryan and them, they would never let one of their studios come out on stage and embarrass themselves like that. Never. And not be able to explain to you what a game is. Not be able to give you some type of relevant information. Then to say that you scrapping the project and starting again or whatever, or you still in the beginning stages, whatever. Never. Jay Wright, what's good, man? Dylan, what's good? They never would do that. Nintendo would never have one of its studios come out on stage looking foolish. Never. Damien, what's good, man? Never. But when you really peel back the layers and really peel back when you really peel back the layers and peel back the issues, the question then becomes, and this is the title of the podcast, why is the gaming industry like this? And when I say industry, I'm not just speaking developers, I'm speaking to media and all that. Because when it comes to what is working and what is not working, the evidence is clear, because there's numbers, there's all of that stuff is there. You got the numbers, you got the facts, data, and statistics. That's what I go by. Facts, data, and statistics. Fuck your feelings. You feel me? Facts, data, and statistics is what is most important. It trumps above all else. And the facts, data, and statistics show that people want more games. People want information. People want this, want that. And when it comes to the media, it's always, the whole Game Pass this, Game Pass that. But there never really is any talks or conversations about, well, why is this still the way it is? People keep saying give them time. They acquired this, they acquired that. What about the other studios that were acquired 5 years ago, 4 years ago? What about them? Mystical Tryhard, man, appreciate you becoming a member of the channel again, man. Appreciate you. Round of applause. The facts, data, and statistics show that there is a problem. People are leaving. Where's the news? A Gaming, what's good? Where's the news? Why are they so quiet? And these are questions I'm legit asking. Because I was asking these same questions to PlayStation last year around this time. I was like, yo, Sam Ash, what's good? Where I was like, where's PlayStation? Where's the news? You got to be better with the news. You got to be better with your delivery. You got and look at this year. Between last year and this year, look at how much better they are, especially at the beginning of the year. At the beginning of the year, this is how hard they're going, right? As much as holiday is not in my opinion, I think the whole year is important to me. Obviously, holiday, console buying and all that stuff, people tend to spend a lot of money around that time, absolutely. But when it comes to releasing games, information, news, and stuff like that, this is something that I was saying to Viper, appreciate you, bro. He says, I had an epiphany. I know why they call it Game Pass. It's games that you pass on and say no thank you. It's a skip. It's a skip. That's funny. But I mean, damn, I lost my train of thought. you know, it's with people buying, you know, people buy more stuff for the holidays and all that. I get that 100%. But this is why, you know, I was saying to like Bari, you know, a long time ago, and everyone, this is why I said like, yo, having everything dedicated to just one big show is not something that I want PlayStation to do, right? Or saving their biggest things for just a big show like in the summer. Like E3 is in my opinion, I feel like E3 is dead. All that shit's dead, man. Like with the way social media is now and the way the world is now and how we consume things, you know, these mini state of plays that happen that's dedicated to one or two games. And it's funny because these are things that I was saying a long time ago where I was like, yo, PlayStation should have dedicated, you know, dedicated shows or dedicated conferences to titles that you can really home in on and really give information and stuff like that. And look what they've been doing for like the past 2.5, 3 years with these state of plays where you got dedicated to titles and you dedicate a whole show to just a title and talk about it and show gameplay and all this other stuff. This is stuff that I was saying that PlayStation should do, because I think this stuff is if you sprinkle stuff across the whole year instead of blowing your whole load in the middle of the year or whatever, it lasts longer. Like we're still on, well, I know everybody is kind of, well, certain people are like, oh, I don't, you know, it's funny too, because people like, you know, PlayStation has left Japan or abandoned Japan, then PlayStation shows shit dedicated to Japan, and you got, oh, well, not those types of games. You know, PlayStation, you need to do a better job at, you know, showing better Japanese games. We don't want those Japanese titles. We want other Japanese titles, not these. Even though some really great games there, right? But, you know, a lot of us are still coming off that high of that state of play. Plus, you know, Horizon, Gran Turismo, Sifu, right? Just so many great games, right? And then we get in this next state of play this Thursday, focused on Hogwarts, which is a highly anticipated game that I know a lot of people can't wait to see and play and get their hands on. I mean, it's Harry Potter. You get what I'm saying? Harry Potter is extremely popular. And you know, that's going to definitely have a lot of eyes on it. You get what I'm saying? Harry Potter is one of the most viewed videos on PlayStation's YouTube channel. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, that's huge. Shout out to you, GN the Don in the building. He says 5 years of studio acquisitions is still nothing to show from Microsoft's side, except for Halo, Gears, and Forza. Yet PlayStation is the one going extinct in 10 years when they produce quality content that sells. Yo, GN, you got ahead of me. You're getting ahead of me. Shout out to GN, man. I'm gonna make all this tie in. Trust me. Trust what I tell you. I'm about to bridge the first thing we talk about in that whole Michael Pachter statement and all that shit. I'm gonna bridge all that, man. It's gonna flow so good, man. Y'all gonna be like, yo, Persona, that's crazy. Let me flow. I'm about to flow. Peep it. So, you know, when you look at all of that, it's just like, damn, yo, PlayStation is really out here. And then again, when you look at Nintendo, right? Nintendo is, you know, they got their studios, they're putting out their Nintendo Directs, and, you know, they got their games coming out that people want and trickling out information and all this other stuff throughout the year. They got Kirby Forgotten Land releases next week. You know, they had Pokemon Arceus in January, right? Breath of the Wild is still slated to release this year. Pokemon is slated to release this year. Mario Soccer and all that other shit they got coming, releasing this year. Triangle Strategy just released a week ago. Get what I'm saying? Games throughout the year. And then they save their big game, which is Pokemon, the end of the year. Games throughout the year. News throughout the year. Microsoft is the only one who is not able to produce, but has the most. How are you the richest company of the three, have the most studios out the three, the largest acquisitions out the three, but cannot produce at the same or higher level? And then when you ask people those questions, they default to Game Pass. And I'm like, bro, Game Pass is not filled with nothing but Xbox titles. Game Pass is filled with all types of shit. Indies, Xbox games, this game, third-party games, this, that, and the third. It's filled with all types of shit. And that goes back to but that doesn't answer. And see, a lot of people use that whole Game Pass thing as an excuse, because you didn't answer my question. Get what I'm saying? Like, you notice how like, and people will do that. Well, you'll be like, well, you know, why is it that Microsoft can't produce at the same level as Nintendo and PlayStation when it comes to news or game releases? And you know, their reply to you will be,
well, you know, Microsoft has Game Pass, so with Game Pass, we're getting games day and date. So because we're getting games day and date, you know, we don't really have to worry about release dates and all that stuff because the games are going to be in a Game Pass service day and date.
Okay, I get you, I understand, but you didn't answer my question. My question is, you know, why is it that we're 3 months into the year and we're not getting any type of news about any of their games from their almost 40 plus studio repertoire of studios?
Well, you know, with Game Pass, the reason why Game Pass is so great is because, day and date, right? So I get to play games day and date while you're paying $70 for games. I'm playing these games for only $15 a month. That's what's, you know, so that's why it's so great.
Wouldn't even answer the question. Like you still didn't answer the question. That's not the question that's being asked, bro. The question is about Microsoft's inability to provide news or updates on any of their 40 plus studios. They have twice as much as PlayStation and probably 3 times as much as Nintendo. Where's the news? Why are people leaving? What is going on? The man himself, yeah, that's what they say.
That's a bad faith question.
I should make that a soundbite, right? Should I make that a soundbite? Which one should I get rid of?
I'm a neutral.
Nah, we don't want to get rid of that one.
Aloy.
Nah, I know y'all love the Aloy.
They're an anomaly.
I can't get rid of the anomaly.
It's Nintendo.
I can't get rid of that.
But this is great for gamers.
Nah, I can't get rid of that.
I have no experience.
I like the no experience one.
I'm a game reviewer.
I don't want to get rid of none of them.
I'm a console engineer too.
I might get rid of that one, the console engineer, and switch and put that's a bad faith question. Too many good ones, man.
Put the cap.
It's too many. Nah, I can't get rid of the I'm a neutral. Hell no, that's too good, man.
I'm a neutral.
I can't get rid of that one. Alright, so it's between this one.
I have no experience.
That one or
I'm a console engineer too.
console engineer. I'll let the chat decide. Should I get rid of I have no experience or the I'm a console engineer too? Which one? Which one? I'll let the chat decide. So put a 1. Alright, so put a 1 in the chat if I should get rid of this one.
I have no experience.
That's a 1. Put a 2 in the chat if I should get rid of this one.
I'm a console engineer too.
They all are too good, man. That's a bad. I do want to add the bad faith argument. That's a bad faith argument. 2. Everyone's saying 2. Everyone's saying 2. All right, I'm seeing a lot of 2s in the chat. I'm seeing a lot of 2s in the chat. A lot of 2s in the chat. All right, we're gonna get rid of 2. We're gonna get rid of 2. We're going. All right, a lot of y'all saying 2. All right, we're gonna get rid of 2. We're gonna create this one live on air. We're gonna get rid of 2. Everyone's saying 2, man. I see a lot of 1s, but I'm seeing more 2s than 1s. All right, 2. All right, cool. So we're gonna clear that one, and it's gone now. So now, let me create. I'm about to create the new one. Hold up.
Alright, so I'm about to be like a bad faith question or bad faith argument. Like, that's a bad faith argument. Yeah, that's how we do it. Okay. That's a bad faith argument. There we go. Now it's created.
Now it's created.
That's a bad faith argument. That's a bad faith argument.
I'll make it better once I go off air. Like, clean it up and make it sound more better.
That's a bad faith argument.
Hey, yo. Yeah, rip Console Engineer, man. That was a good one. I remember when I was making fun of the armchair devs. Making fun of them armchair devs on Twitter.
Respect my time. Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
I'll never get rid of the respect my time, and I'm a PlayStation fan.
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
Those are all too good, man. I can't get rid of those. Those are legendary. Those are legendary. You hear what I say? Console Engineer died with the tools. Absolutely, the man himself. Jesus said Console Engineer was goated. Absolutely, man. I'm a miss Console Engineer. Yo, Caleb, what's good, bro? All right. So, you know, that's the whole thing with that's the whole thing with this whole, like, you know, at least my issue with Microsoft, right, is that when you look at everyone else, its competition, which is Nintendo and PlayStation, when you look at its competition, Microsoft is clearly the one that is trailing its competition. Now, obviously, it's not trailing its competition in the amount of studios it has, absolutely not, but it is trailing its competition in terms of game releases, news, right? And shit that's really important. The stuff that's most important, or you would think is most important when it comes to gamers, but then again, in today's time, with the shit you see on social media, I could understand someone thinking games isn't the most important thing to a person that's in a gaming community, because how a lot of these people act. But I want to touch on this Michael Pachter, right? Because it goes hand in hand. Because, you know, Michael Pachter, which, you know, this guy's been wrong a lot in his career. I'm actually surprised. I'm actually mad at myself that I'm talking about this. But Michael Pachter, he said, what'd he say? Let me get the right quote. This bullshit he said. He said, PlayStation will cease to exist in the next 10 years. That's such a strong, that's such a strong, like, damn, bruh. Like, yo, my man said PlayStation will cease. And you know what's funny about that? He didn't even say like Sony. He specifically said PlayStation. So does that mean that Sony is going to be getting rid of the PlayStation division? And if they are going to get rid of it, what are they going to substitute for that? Does it mean that Sony is going to cease to exist in the next 10 years? Right? And if so, what type of trends are you seeing that leads you to believe that Sony will cease to exist? Right? Or is it 3? You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I have no experience.
I'm sorry. That's a bad faith argument.
That's a bad faith argument.
I'm sorry. It's a bad faith argument. That's a bad faith argument. Now, here's my thing, right? And this is why, I asked the question of, like, yo, why is this gaming industry like this, bro? Right? Because it's like, yo, people say the most outlandish shit on the internet, just in general, right? Like, on the internet, people say crazy shit all the time. Like, you know, a motherfucker will wake up tomorrow and be like, yo, man, I had a dream that, you know, I jumped off the building and flew, and then I woke up in real life and jumped off the building and I was able to fly. And it's like, what? Like, what the fuck are you talking? How? First off, if you jumped off the building, how the hell are you tweeting? You can't fly. What the fuck are you talking? You know what I'm saying? Like, people say outlandish shit for shock value, for likes, for likes and retweets and all that shit all the time. What strikes me as odd with Michael Pachter is, you know, Michael Pachter's an older guy. You know, he didn't really grow up in the social media age, so it's weird for him to want to garner this type of attention for himself, because, you know, he didn't really, like, I don't know. Let me not even touch that. Let me move on. Listen, when it comes to the shit that this dude is saying, like I just don't understand why people in this industry, they say these outlandish things, but then have no facts, data, or statistics to match what they're saying, right? So let's say, for example, PlayStation will cease to exist in the next 10 years. Are you telling me that the reason why PlayStation will cease to exist is because of Game Pass? What? What? Yo, Jose, what's up, man? No, like I'm really baffled by that. Because there is no facts, data, or statistics. Now, I was on Mooch's podcast last week, and I know, shout out to Jeff Grubb. Jeff Grubb has said that, you know, they're at 25 million. And I meant to ask him, but it was like so much going on. Is that concurrent? Because I don't believe that's concurrent. What is the concurrent subscriber numbers for Game Pass? What type of trend are we seeing with that? Everything surrounding this service when it comes to this facts, data, and statistics is so secretive. It's so consolidated and collapsed into other financial successes that you can't really, in my opinion, you can't really decipher what its true success is. So you're telling me now, will Game Pass, and again, Game Pass, will it grow because, you know, Activision and all that? Absolutely. But my question is, and I asked this, I think I asked this on WUPS. The question I asked is, if this is the fate of PlayStation, and PlayStation is releasing all these great games, releasing great news, doing strategic partnerships with people, making strategic acquisitions, and all this other stuff, and making changes to their services and trying to make it more appealing and doing all these different things. If PlayStation is doomed and will cease to exist in the next 10 years, where does that leave Nintendo? They're an anomaly. They're an anomaly. They're an anomaly. Where does that leave Nintendo? Because Nintendo's infrastructure when it comes to their consoles and the lack of third-party support for a lot of major titles, that means that them ceasing to exist will be quicker, right? PlayStation's games sell 10 to 20 million. Nintendo's games sell about 20 to 30, 20 to 25. Because very few hit 30. It was only I think Breath of the Wild and I think Animal Crossing that hit 30. So where does that leave Nintendo? And again, back to my main question, what are the facts, data, and statistics for this? Like, where are you seeing these trends? Explain that. You know, like I hate when people tell y'all hate when somebody y'all hate when somebody kind of like tells you something but doesn't give you details. So like, you ever like be talking to your friend or be talking to a family member, whoever, right? And they be like, yo man, some crazy shit just happened. And then they be quiet. And so you're sitting there like, okay, what happened? Give the fucking details. Oh yeah, Mario Kart is at about like, yeah, Mario Kart 8 is pretty high up there as well. Give the details. What happened? And you know, they give you these vague details like, yeah man, you know, I had some issues coming home, man. Something crazy was going on. What was the crazy shit that was going on that caused you to get home late? Oh man, it's just so crazy. Like that's how like this shit came off when I heard it, because I'm just like, yo, you're saying this on a podcast full of people who don't have any type of analytic expertise. They're not, they're not analysts and all this other shit. You are. So as an analyst, your job is to analyze a situation. So you're saying that this is what's going to happen with PlayStation in the next 10 years. What is what track record are you seeing? Like what issues? Like what What trend? If your answer is Game Pass, yeah, have a nice day. Have a nice day. There's no need for us to continue this conversation because you're not taking this serious. You're not taking this serious, man. Because let's analyze the current situation of gaming. Let's analyze the current situation of gaming right now. If we were to analyze the first 3 months of this year of gaming, what company would be a cause for concern? Is it Nintendo? Is it PlayStation? Or is it Xbox?
You better be joking.
I'm not joking, baby. I'm not joking. It's Xbox.
You better be joking.
I'm not joking. It's Xbox. Yo, yo, sick. What's good, bro? The man said, you mean you don't want Michael to piss on you and tell you it's raining? Absolutely. First off, absolutely fucking not. Hell no. What the fuck kind of shit is that? Right, and listen, it's only the first 3 months of the year, right? We still got 9 months left to go. So a lot can change in 9 months, absolutely. But looking at the first 3 months of this year, it's very clear who's having a strong year so far. Why is that not a cause for concern? Why is it that when you look at Microsoft Studios and look at what Microsoft has produced or the lack thereof, the state Halo is released in, the fact that their co-op and a lot of other features are delayed till summer and all this other shit, why is that not a cause for concern? Why is not a cause for an analyst to say there's some issues going on here? Microsoft might be in trouble. And being in trouble doesn't necessarily mean like shutting down or no bullshit like that. They might be in trouble manager-wise. They might be in trouble with getting shit off the ground. They might be in trouble with managing their studios. But why not question that? And again, back to PlayStation, what is the facts, data, and statistics that you were seeing? PlayStation accounts for 46% of console spending. 46%. We round that up, it's 50%. So roughly 50% or less, a little less than 50% of console spending happens on PlayStation. Now, if you were somebody that were, if a console is accounting for 50% of console spending, what does that tell you? And listen, you don't gotta be an analyst. Just give me, just as a regular person, when you see an article like that, when you see something like that, what does that tell you? Like, damn. So for me, that tells me, damn, this company is doing pretty damn, this game console is doing pretty damn good. If it's accounting for 50% of console spending, that's crazy. Majority of third-party games selling on this console, that's crazy. And like we're talking like double-digit percentages higher than its competition. I mean, y'all let me know in the chat. Am I off base here? I might be off base here. Let me know in the chat if I'm off base here.
You better be joking.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. don't make sense to me. But this goes back to the question of why is the gaming industry like this? Why does everyone want to see PlayStation fail? Why is everyone so, well, not even everyone. I wouldn't even say everyone. It's not everyone. I won't say everyone. Rephrase. Why are there so many prominent people with status on social media so hell-bent on seeing PlayStation fail? Every little thing is an issue. What is it about PlayStation that gets these people so angry? That gets them like, oh, why is PlayStation so successful? What is it? Every little thing. Yo, Fleshy, what's good, man? Yo, Dark Artemis, what's up? Dark Artemis said, I'm always off base. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. He said, I'm always off base. Not on base, off base. Shout out to Dark Artemis. All these great games that PlayStation is delivering you, and people still not happy. Yo, listen, for this Michael Pachter dude, go see a therapist or something, bro. Because it's crazy how much you've been wrong in gaming. It's kind of crazy. What analyst firm is, listen, go get some therapy, man. It's a great thing. I think once you do that, I feel like you'll be happier. Oh man, let me chill. Yeah, like I just hate when people, especially, and it's with someone of that caliber, right? I just hate how like people like that, they give you this all this information with no true explanation, no facts, no data, no statistics. It's just like people keep saying, you know, Xbox's Game Pass is very successful. I'm like, all right, well, show me where it's successful. They say, oh, well, it's got 25 million. All right, but is that concurrent? Like, you know, where's the breakdown of that? Where's the graph to show the growth year over year? You know, month over month, month after month. Where is that? You can't find that shit anywhere. So I'm supposed to just take your word for it that it's successful? Because 25 million people bought a box of Pop-Tarts, you know, and put the code in and got a month? Come on, man. Smarter than that. 25 million people bought a box of Pop-Tarts. So we supposed to just be like, yeah, that's a success. Because little Jimmy's mom bought him a box of s'mores Pop-Tarts on sale for $2.99 at fucking at the Stop and Go. And got a month's worth of Game Pass. The fuck? Like, what the hell? He works for Wedbush Securities. They allegedly back and invest in Microsoft and are in the business of market manipulation, allegedly. Been caught and sued. That's what he's doing. Check their history, allegedly. I don't know nothing about that. I mean, that's crazy. If that's true, that's crazy. That's crazy. But that also, I wouldn't be surprised. Yo, DDP, what's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? So yeah, that's Michael Pachter. That's the whole situation with PlayStation ceasing to exist. But anyway, you know, there's a state of play happening this Thursday at 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, with Hogwarts Legacy dedicated to some gameplay and whatnot. So, you know, I guess we better enjoy this while we can, because, you know, 10 years from now, PlayStation is gonna be long and gone, long gone. You know, that's it. That's it. They're done. Yo, Amanda, what's up? Last topic. Last thing I want to touch on. I might open the chat. What time is it? 6:30. Nah, I'm not gonna open the chat. I want to play. I want to play Elden Ring. Yo, listen. Yo, Elden Ring, real quick. Yo, Elden Ring really has its hooks in me, man. Like I can't pull away. I can pull away, but it's addictive. The gameplay loop is definitely addictive. It's definitely got me like really. It's got me really I'm enjoying it, man. Listen, it ain't pretty though. I tell you that. It's a lot of pop-ins and load issues and all types of shit. Trust me, it ain't the prettiest, but the gameplay is cool and really fun. It is, 100% it is. Yo, I love Pop-Tarts, man. My favorite Pop-Tarts is the brown sugar though. The cinnamon brown sugar Pop-Tarts or the strawberry Pop-Tarts. I don't like all that other shit, s'mores and cherry and blueberry and all that bullshit. I don't like all that. I'm good. Give me cinnamon brown sugar or the strawberry and I'm good. But yo, Elden Ring really, like right now, so I'm level 110 right now, and I got a dex build, and I'm working on trying to get like better armor, trying to get these other talismans, and it's a couple things that I'm trying to get right now, so I could be a lot stronger. Cause like I'm noticing that like with certain boss fights, I ain't clipping these motherfuckers like how I should be. Like they should be like, some of them I gotta work a little bit harder, and I think part of it is because I'm using a katana, but I think also how weak, like I gotta get these sombering stones, but I need a specific number. I think I'm on sombering stone 6 or 7 or something like that. I'm trying to level this Uchi katana up, man. I'm trying to get this thing high. So that, and I'm trying to get this specific blood move, and it's just a lot of shit, man. I'm fucking up. So I'm trying to get my character right so that I could really be out here washing these fools, man. I'm trying to be out here washing these fools. You understand what I say? I'm trying to be out here washing these fools. So I'm working on getting better, my weapons up, and getting, so there's certain like I'm missing so many talismans too. Like it's just so much shit that I'm missing that I'm like, you know what, let me backtrack, let me get some of these talismans, let me beat some of these other bosses so I can get specific shit, so I can get to the secret area, not the secret area, but like the ice area, so I can get the better armor that I want, get this Ash of War move, this blood move that I want, seppuku, that's what it's called. I gotta get that. And you know, it's just certain things that I'm just like, yo, man, I know that I gotta get my shit right with certain things. So that's what I'm working on. Alex, what's up, man? Southstar, shout out to y'all. All right, let's talk about this G4 stuff real quick, man. I'm definitely gonna talk about this again, but I wanna have a ladies' night. So I think I'm gonna do episode 2 of ladies' night this week. I'm gonna hit up the ladies, hit up some ladies and see if they want to come through. I'm sure they will, like Stone and Luca, Morgan. I want to get some new ladies too on the show, man. Some cool ladies in the community that I talk to. See if they want to come through as well. Talk about this, or talk about just stuff in the community and in the industry in general, pertaining to gaming. But we'll see. So let's talk about this G4 shit real quick, man, because it's both funny, it's both ironic and quite sad at the same time, right? Because, you know, when I think back to G4 back in the day, man, you know, G4 was definitely one of those places that, like, I loved watching G4 TV. I love watching the shows on there. You know, that was definitely like a really dope channel and a dope thing, right? And when they got resurrected and revived, I was really happy, man. And I'm like, yo, this is great. Yo, this will be really dope to have like real gamers back into games media really talking about gaming and really like, you know, like some real cool shit, right? Then that whole shit where Frost happened where like she was very misinformed.
I don't think that Sony has enough good exclusives right now.
You better be joking.
She ain't joking, baby. She ain't joking. You know, so she said that crazy shit, and you know, she was just, you know, saying a bunch of crazy stuff, and then I know she had went on a rant talking about how you know, she's not there to be easy on the eyes, all this stuff that, like, you know, I just, you know, I part of it I understood, because I know I definitely saw people like coming at her looks and shit. I definitely wasn't one of those, man. I definitely, you know, I tell y'all all the time, man, I'm always talking about gaming, the gaming, the bad gaming takes. That's where my criticisms start and stop. You know, you say some stupid shit pertaining to gaming, you're gonna get called out. Like, that's just what it is, right? But then when you know, when that came out, and just a lot of craziness, there was a lot of drama and a lot of craziness just surrounding G4, right? And yo, man, everyone stood with her when she said that whole thing about, you know, women aren't here to be nice on the eyes on you, and you know, all this other stuff, and G4 is not this and not that. I'm like, you know, it is what it is, you know, whatever. My whole thing was like the whole gaming takes. It just, you know, I couldn't really gel with this new age G4, because it just wasn't for me, man. Like, I'm just like, y'all not, you know, outside of like Adam Sessler, you know, I got a lot of respect for Adam Sessler, man. Really cool guy. Outside of him and that what's his name, Gerard, I think it is, the completionist guy, I like both of them. But then the rest of that panel, I'm just like, man, I'm good. And then just a lot of the other shit they were doing on there, I'm just like, yo, man, this just ain't for me, right? So I you know, I kind of fell back, right? But then I see this video circulating of Amaranth, popular streamer, and you know, she burst out of like a ball pool, those bubble ball pool things, like in her bikini, and you know, the balloons and the cakes are on full display.
You better be joking.
I ain't joking. Right? And so, you know, listen, I'll say this. I ain't complaining. Yeah, you understand? Your boy ain't complaining. Your boy ain't complaining.
I'm a PlayStation fan too.
But for me, I'm more so looking at it like, well, damn, okay, I guess now we see where G4's stance is, right? Because to me, you know, because even if you watch that clip of her when she was talking about, you know, not, you know, women aren't here to please you and all that, you know, I'm like, all right, cool, you know, it is what it is. But then, you know, it seemed like everyone there, and I assume G4 agreed with that stance as well, because they allowed this shit to go up on their YouTube channel. They pushed this, they retweeted it, they was in support of it, right? So I'm like, all right, cool. So G4 and Frost are all on the same page. Cool. So that means that moving forward, this is the approach, which I'm like, all right, you know, more power to you. You know, I respect that. I respect the stance. All right, cool. Get what I'm saying? We fast forward to now, and we see this bullshit, right? Where it's like, yo, you got Shorty half naked busting out of a blow up pool with some bubble balls, them Chuck E. Cheese balls in them shits, right? In the goddamn pool, right? And I'm like, well, damn, what happened to not, you know, women not here to please you and not to be easy on the eyes and all that? What the hell happened to all that? I thought G4 was also on that same wavelength. Clearly they not. And so it looks hypocritical. It looks kind of funny. To me, it looks very funny, because I'm like, yo, G4, don't you stand with Frost and what she say? Because if you stand with her about what she say, why is this even a thing? If you stand with what Frost says, because this is the exact, in my opinion, this is the exact opposite of what Frost was saying. That, especially about what G4 is and what it is to be, because she was talking about how Olivia Munn and Morgan Webb and all of them were here to please you and be easy on the eyes and all that. I'm like, all right, fine. That's clearly you ain't watched G4 back in the day, and that's quite clear. But all right, cool, whatever. But when it comes to now, especially in the time that we live in, you look kind of funny in the light, because we know where, like, it's clear what your stance is. We know what your stance is, G4, and it ain't the stance of Frosk. So that's my whole thing with that. And you know, like I said, it's one of those things where I can guarantee you some producers is getting fired for not seeing this coming. Yeah, soapbox, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, yo, that just doesn't make sense to me, where I'm just like, you know, to stand with Frost with this, but then turn around and do that. You look funny in the light. And it also plays to the point of what people say, where they say, like, you know, you trying to get, and it's obvious why this is here, why that's happening, is because you want the numbers. You want the numbers, you want the viewership, you want to get people in. How do you get people in? You know, especially if you want to get, you know, the guys in, or you trying to get that audience of what you're trying to get, you want those numbers. How do you get those numbers? The shit that they pulled with that video. That's how you get the numbers. That's a fact, Corey. That they saw them subs dropping. They saw a lot of shit looking a little spooky, right? And they said, "Hey, man, we got to keep these subs here. We got to keep people here. We got to keep them coming back. If we want this revival to work, they got to come back. How do you do that? Exactly what Amaranth did in that goddamn on that goddamn show. Pop out that goddamn out that blow up pool on some bullshit. Yo, Link, what's good, bro? Is it Uchi Wally Wally, or is it One Mic? Are you talking about One Mic from Nas? One Mic, if you talk about Nas. They said we getting back to our bread and butter, buns and fun. Hey, yo, Kelvin, you funny, man. But you know, that's one of the things that, you know, like, again, and I'm gonna go more in depth in that conversation. I want to have some ladies on the show with that and talk about that a little more in depth with some ladies. So I'm gonna reach out to them and see if they could come through this week. And we probably do a show Wednesday. I'll see if they're down to do a show Wednesday. If they're down to do a show Wednesday, we'll do a ladies' night this Wednesday. So I'll leave it there. To be continued. We'll leave it at to be continued. Okay. But listen, at the end of the day, this industry, man, it like, this is the shit in the game industry that just, like, really throws me off, because I'm just like, yo, nobody stands by their convictions. Everyone is saying shit for shock value, right? No one is really about gaming, right? Like, that was something that I put up on my Twitter last week. It's like, yo, everyone is always talking about how, you know, I'm just here for gaming. I'm here for gaming. I'm here for gaming. But then when you look at their actions, none of their actions line up with the shit that they say they're here for, man. And it's like, in this community, it's in the industry, especially with this media. Like, you know, they always say, you know, fanboys are toxic, fanboys are a cancer to gaming and all this other shit. And listen, are there some weird people in this industry? I mean, in this community, absolutely. But then you look at the type of shit that some of these media Twitter sites are and media sites are posting. It's in line with the same shit that of the fanboys they condemn. And I'm like, yo, what is going on with the industry, community and industry right now? Right now, this industry is in such a volatile state, a state of disarray, where it's just like, yo, too many frauds got the mic. Too many frauds are at the forefront of gaming, trying to be in this representation, And you just don't fit that bill, man. You don't fit that bill because your actions do not fit that of a gamer. And I'm not talking about cracking jokes about Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. We all do that. But it's the fact of the matter is, you don't game, you don't share your experiences, you say one thing but do another, i.e., you're not about console war, you're not about versus and all this, but doing the same shit. The same people who told you why you know, it's not fair to compare one game to another, you know, just enjoy gaming. These are the same people as soon as Elden Ring came out. These were the same people that were doing comparisons and trying to tell you that Elden Ring is better than this and that and needs to do this. They immediately started doing this very shit that they always telling you not to do. Remember when, you know, you saw people comparing fruit? Remember those tweets that were circling around of people comparing fruit in Halo to fruit in other games, and fruit in Halo to fruit to COD in COD, and comparing this to that and all this other shit. And you had these developers and you had all these people in the media and that doesn't matter, just enjoy gaming, right? And then as soon as Elden Ring and Horizon come out, they're doing the same exact thing. They're putting one versus another instead of just telling people enjoy gaming, just enjoy your games, play your games. So clearly you're not about the shit that you keep talking. You're not practicing what you preach. Yo, Envy Dub, appreciate you, bro. He says, people love to preach, keep it gaming. Well, hold on. Okay, hold on. People love to preach, keep it gaming, but their actions don't match what they preach about. Shaking my damn head. This is what I'm saying, Envy. Yo, listen, man. This is what I'm saying, man. And I'm not saying that you need to be on it 24/7, because no one is on it 24/7, because we all got lives, kids, responsibilities, all that shit, right? You know what they say?
Respect my time. I got a wife and kids.
But with this industry and how this industry is moving right now, it's very clear that there are a lot of people who are bought and paid for. It's very clear that there are a lot of people who are not here for the right reasons. There's very clear that there are a lot of people here who do not respect gaming, do not respect the hobby. You know, you got people telling you they only completed 10% of their games over a course of 8 years of reviewing games. You got this bullshit with G4. You got this idiot Michael Pachter saying the bullshit he's saying. You got people at the top leaving these studios, and people are preaching the gospel of Game Pass and telling you that don't matter. We got Game Pass. What is going on in this industry and community? What the fuck is going on? And this is why I've been low key lately. Like, real talk, I've been gaming so much these past like 3 weeks, like this past month. Let me not even cap. I've been gaming so much. Like, it's not even a joke. I went from one game straight to another, back to back. I went from Sifu to Horizon, from Horizon to Babylon's Fall, and from Babylon's Fall to Elden Ring, and now from Sifu to Horizon, Horizon to Babylon's Fall to GT7, from GT7 to Elden Ring, from Elden Ring to Strangers of Paradise, from Strangers of Paradise to Tina's Tiny Wonderland, from Tina's Tiny Wonderland to Anano, from Anano to, like, I got so many games lined up, bro. I've been low-key just posting my gameplay, you know, doing the podcast, and I've been real low-key. I'm just like, yo, man, I'm looking at shit. I'm looking at this community. I'm looking at how people moving and all such. I'm just like, yo, bro, this shit is just not, it ain't kosher, man. It ain't what this community is supposed to be about. It's disgusting. Persona 4 Arena, thank you, Carl. That's coming out really soon. It's so much here, man. So much here. So many games to play. So many things to experience. Everyone keeps talking about sharing their experiences with the world. Everyone keeps talking about gaming, the enjoyment of gaming. Talk. It's all everyone is doing. Talking. Talk. Yapping. Blah, blah, fucking blah. All fucking day and night, man. You got people in the industry who won't even respect the hobby of gaming. They don't even respect you enough to go the extra mile and complete a game and give you a proper review. That's how much reviewers don't respect you. They won't even go the extra mile of completing a game before giving you a fucking review. You got people constantly pushing misinformation. And you know, social media, a lot of people take it at face value. A lot of people don't do their own research. And that's where we're at now. Where you got people spreading lies and misinformation because they can't do their own research. Because they won't question the shit that's being told to them. The one thing I learned growing up, man, always ask questions. If you're unsure of something, ask questions. Even if you're sure, ask questions for reassurance. Do your own research. You know how sometimes you come across a word? I don't know if you guys ever did this. I still do this now sometimes. If I come across a word that I don't know, I'll look it up. I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. You know, that was one thing my parents used to tell me, like, yo, if you don't know a word, look it up. See what the word means. See how it's pronounced. I used to do that a lot as a kid. I still do that now in my adulthood, right? Well, if I see a word that I don't know, or, you know, check the spelling of a word or something like that, I do that shit all the time. One, it keeps your brain good. It keeps you knowing what you're talking about, right? If you want to use those types of fancy words, it's important to know what the meaning of that word is. You get what I'm saying? Question things, ask questions, do your own research. Because right now, the way this industry is, the way people are moving, acting in this community, a lot of people do not have your best interests. You, the listener, you, the reader, you, the supporter. A lot of people do not have your best interest at heart, and it's very evident through their actions. Not their words, their actions. What do their actions say? I don't care what people's words say. What do their actions say? And if the actions do not line up, they do not have your best interest. They don't respect you as a gamer. They don't respect the hobby. It's that simple. It's that simple. It's that cut and dry. That's it. That's it.
You better be joking.
I ain't joking. I ain't joking, baby.
You better be joking.
Absolutely not. I speak nothing but the truth, 100% of the time. But that's the show, guys. I think I've talked y'all ear off enough. Plus, I want to play Elden Ring. I want to grind and get my new talismans and weapons and beat some more of these bosses. Listen, man, I really do appreciate y'all so much. Oh, yo, you know what? Strictly, yo, shout out to my bro Strick, man. This is a good dude. Is Strictly in the chat? Let me see if Strictly's still in the chat, man. Yo, shout out to my bro Strick, man. He's sponsoring a giveaway for the channel. I'm probably gonna do the giveaway on Wednesday. If I could get this ladies' night episode, I'll do a giveaway as well. Shout out to Strick, man. That's my boy. Yo, uppercase J with the straight face. Yo, Animals World, what's up? Leon, what's up? Listen, man, I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Round of applause for the folks in the chat. Oh yeah, so Strick racing. He racing right now. He can't stop that race. I get it. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Connor, Jamil, Blackbeard, everybody here, man. I really do appreciate y'all support. I appreciate y'all coming through. Also, I'm doing live. You know we doing live reactions to Thursday State of Play. Y'all know that's happening. That y'all know for a fact that's happening. So don't miss that. Yeah, ladies' night episode. Let me see if I can get the ladies together. If I could get the ladies together, ladies' night. I'll definitely announce it on Twitter, for sure. Let y'all know the date and time and all that stuff, right? But I appreciate y'all. Please be safe. enjoy your night. Enjoy your week. Happy Monday. I hope I could get y'all through y'all work day. I know that a couple y'all was at work, so I hope I could get you through with the podcast. Shout out to the lurkers. Shout out to the members. Shout out to the subs. Shout out to the people that's just coming through listening. If you just finding this channel for the first time, I hope you enjoy.